Hello, welcome. Fitness for Golf Works, where if your game matters, your fitness matters, and I'm your host, Michael Brannell. And today I'm going to take you through a series of rotational torque exercises. They're stability based, means we're going to utilize the legs, and against that energy of the legs, we're going to move the upper body. So the one I filmed the other day, my favorite is the helicopter lunge, where you get into a lunge, you bring your arms up, and then you rotate, and you're not moving or losing your balance. So it works on balance and stability. And you can see my chest is turning with the helicoptering of the arms. And then I would do the other side. Arms up. And you may find that one side is much more stable, and that actually promotes better, term I like to use, functional flexibility, which you can kind of blend that term with mobility. And your core has to stay active. So that's the helicopter lunge. That's one of my favorites. And you can, I've got one of my speed sticks here. You can use a golf club or a training implement to do your turns. And another way to do it is to go to the end range on each side, and then work on that. So that's one, that's helicopter lunge. The next one is an A-frame twist. So I drop down into a squat or a semi-squat, and then I get the arms out, and again I start to rotate, and I'm not moving my legs or my hips. That's kind of a second variation of that. I stabilize and I rotate. I keep a fixed point on the ground, just like you need to do of keeping the head still when you're swinging the golf club. Now, if you want to add another layer to that, I've got a yoga belt. I've got it belted up like this, and then I can take that around my legs and I tighten it up to where I provide a strong amount of resistance, and it doesn't allow the legs to move. I get down into that A-frame position, and I keep pushing out with my legs, and that's going to fire the abductors, the smaller muscles of the glute area. And that's a great way to add another layer to that. And then from there, the next one is a discus throw. So this one is more movement, so that I create that movement pattern that I just did in the A-frame twist, and then I throw like I'm throwing a discus. And I'm using the ground to go down and then up. And then I would do my other side. So those are discus throws. So we've had the helicopter lunge, A-frame twist, the discus throw, and now I'm going to do a frog stance. So I turn my feet out, kind of like a sumo wrestler, getting the legs loose, and then I'm going to push with my arms against my legs, and then I'm going to make some little circles with my one knee, left knee, going in and out. This really gets the groin to fire up, and then push back the other side, and then kind of some rocking back and forth, and then I'm going to press my arm into my leg and move the opposite arm out and up. And do about 8 to 10 of those. You always want to be moving with your breath, never holding your breath. And usually, just like weight training, on the exertion or the movement, you want to exhale. We'll pause. Second side, I press with my arm. And the legs are super stable. And that's the frog-based rotational twist. And then we have the squat, which I showed in prior videos, where you go down and you basically press one arm inside the legs and then begin to rotate the opposite arm out and up. And you can look down, a little hard because I'm outside to follow, you know, my hand with my eyes. And then I do the other side. You take a little pause. And then we're going to do, or I'm going to do, not you unless you want to, a one where you just alternate arms. So I'm down and then I go up and then I'm just going back and forth. And again, moving with the exhales. And it should become a natural rhythm. So there you go, and you can utilize that as part of your warm-up before golf. You can use it in your workouts. I'm getting ready to do some speed training here, and so that's a layer of my warm-up to get me ready. So give those a try. They're great exercises. If you like what you see, please subscribe. You know, comments are always welcomed. And anything you want to see in terms of fitness. I've been doing this a long time, so I've forgotten a lot of things, but I remember a lot of things too. So sometimes it's actually not what you do in fitness, and it's similar in life, similar in golf. It's what you don't do, right? In terms of exceeding your limitations before you can expand your limitations. So there you go. Some great rotational torque exercises. See you next time.